You're listening to the Sports Hour here on the Arvo Flow. Well, he did come on and speak to us a few months back, and we thought we'd bring him back on. He's the Naracoorte boy and one of the stars of the Adelaide Footy League, Alex Forster from the Pembroke Kings. Great to be with you again, Forst. How are you?
LS, very, very good, mate. Thanks for having me back on. I'm very excited to be back on having a chat with you. So thanks for having me.
Excited to learn what the last few months has had in store for you, Forst, because from what I've been reading and from what I've been hearing, you may well be on track to kick 100 snags again for the second year in a row. Bring us up to speed on how this is all looking for you, Forst.
Well, don't believe everything you read, mate, because it's going to be tough for me to kick 100 from here. But I've managed to kick a few snags again this year, but it's really been a great season for us at Pembroke so far. We managed to secure the minor premiership, so very exciting time for the whole club, mate. We've got all four teams finishing in the top two, so A's, B's, C's and D's. So yeah, it's a big month coming up.
Certainly sounds that way for the Pembroke Kings. Forst, you've obviously had a very eventful career at AFL and SANFL level, now playing in the Adelaide Footy League for the Pembroke Kings, as we said before. Just tell us a little bit about the club.
Yeah, it's obviously an old Pembroke Old Scholars Footy Club. This is now my third year at the club, and obviously playing, and took over as the director of footy this year as well. But to be honest, I couldn't speak higher of the club. It's really grown over the last couple of years. As I said, there's 4 men's teams and a women's team who have just played in the grand final. Unfortunately, went down, but it's become a really big club. Got over 130 registered players, and a club that's built on on-field success and off-field success. And we've managed to get some really important people involved at board level over the last couple of years, namely Kathy Carruthers as president. And the club's sort of going from strength to strength at the moment. But really hopeful that we can make a grand final, progress up the divisions and get out of Division 4. That's really our aim at the moment.
Gracing the historic Haslam Oval turf week in, week out. It's been a great sort of transition for you into the club force. Just tell us about that dual role, playing, leading out the side every week, and also this director of football role as well, bringing your wealth of experience, having played at Fremantle at AFL level, having represented Norwood for many distinguished years too at SANFL League level. You're now sort of having this dual role. So what's that been like?
Yeah, it's been a great learning experience for me. Obviously, sort of my whole playing career, all I've thought about is, getting myself right during the week to get up and play the best I can, on the weekend. So this has given me another focus. It's made me really appreciate the various roles in football clubs and how important they are to managing a successful footy club. But yeah, I think I've really enjoyed it so far. As I said, it's a different role for me, but one that I've loved, and I've been able to continue playing, obviously, which is still my number one. But it's felt good, sort of giving back to the old scholars and Pembroke off the field as well, and having a strong involvement across the club.
Do you reckon? And who knows what the future holds for any of us, but do you reckon going long term, you can see yourself in a full-time coaching role?
It's something that I've thought about a little bit, but not a lot. Like I do enjoy the coaching side of it. I think I've learned a lot this year off Mark Evans, Pembroke Old Scholar, who's come on as our playing coach. But yeah, it's something that maybe down the track I'll look into. But at the moment, I'm just I'm still loving playing footy, so I want to continue that for as long as I can. And the director of footy role has been enjoyable as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Now, we love the Naracoorte connection here, Alex. That's where you hail from originally. We saw the country football championships played at Adelaide Oval between SA and WA. A lot of Naracoorte heads in and around that side. You still keeping in touch with what's going on in the footy landscape there in Naracoorte, Alex?
Yeah, I do. Whenever I sort of remember, I have a look back at the KNTFL especially. I've got some mates playing at a few teams down there. Obviously, my junior club, Colby Bollight, and got some mates playing at Keith too. So yeah, I keep an eye on that league, and I love the country footy, and that's obviously where it all started for me. So it's something that I'm definitely still interested interested in, and keep tabs on how the teams are going.
And we've seen so many good football products come out of that side of the world. We'll go into talking about the AFL here, Alex. So it's been a very intriguing season, to say the least. We've had a lot of upset results, and it's become very unpredictable. Your old side, Fremantle, they're certainly doing better than they used to some time ago, but they're very much in the frame, still, securing a top 8 spot. So it looks like your old side are going to be playing finals footy. What have you made of them, and what have you made of the season in general?
Yeah, I've loved the AFL season. Exciting season. Freo have been super impressive. Obviously, some really good young players, and their midfield with Brayshaw and Sarong, Akers, they've recruited well. But I think Justin Longmuir's doing a great job. I think if they win a final this year, that'd be a positive and a big step forward for them. But yeah, it's certainly shaping up to be a very, very exciting final series.
Feels as though a lot of the furniture's fallen away since you were last at Freo, Alex. Do you keep in touch with anyone from the club at all, or anyone that used to play for the club with you?
It has, mate. Yeah, the turnover of AFL is quite incredible. I think there's, at last count, maybe 4 or 5 players that are still there from when I was there in 2012 and 13. So the turnover's massive. But I keep in touch with a lot of teammates. They've sort of gone elsewhere. A couple of close ones, Hayden Crozier, who's at the Dogs, and Lachie Neale, who's now at Brisbane. Tommy Sheridan, who's sort of gone into the media. And then a couple of other mates have come back to the SANFL. So everyone's sort of moved on from Freo, but we still keep in touch and have, really fond memories of those days in Perth.
Excellent. Well, Alex Forster, it's been great catching up with you again here on the Arvo Flow. We really wish you all the best going into finals football with the Pembroke Kings. Congratulations on that minor premiership, and we'll speak to you again sometime down the line. Go well, champion.
You're a good man, Alice. Thanks for having me, mate. All the best.